Okay, so good morning, students. Here we go with the next topic of first unit, that is network topology. It is also called as graph theory. So we will be talking about graph theory, or you can call it as network topology. So we'll talk about these things. So we will first talk that what is network topology. It is basically arrangement of various elements of an electrical network such that there is no distinction between different type of physical elements of network. So we just go for element, but what element it is, it doesn't matter to us. Whether it is capacitor, whether it is inductor, whether it is resistor, it's not a problem for us. Whether it is voltage source, whether it is current source, no problem at all. Main thing is everything will be called as a element, and each element will make a branch. Okay, we will go for that later. So there is no distinction between different type of physical elements of the network. Okay, so basically we go for geometrical pattern of the network. How the things are connected, what things are connected, it is not important. What things are connected, it is not important, but how the things are connected, that is important. So, and it is mostly applicable for a large network. Okay, for very complicated non-planar which is having large number of nodes or meshes, normal method of KCL, KVL, nodal or mesh will not be applicable. You will not write 100 equations for a network, 100 mesh equations or 100 nodal equations for a large network like electrical network, like domestic wiring in our home, maybe. Okay. So it's very difficult to use all these traditional methods for analysis of these type of huge, large, complicated networks. Okay. But these type of networks can be handled very easily with the help of network topology. So here we are mostly concerned about current and voltages. That's it. What is the current and what is the voltage flowing in that branch, and what is connected is not a big deal. For us, what is connected is not a problem. Okay. And these network topology is generally used to analyze voltage and currents across various branches of an electrical circuit, and mostly used in big networks, electrical networks, power system. Okay, in power system, wiring, all those complicated and big networks. There these concepts are used. Topology is also there in case of your communication networks. There also we use computer network or communication network, also go for topological studies. So that is somewhat similar. Okay, but here we are concerned with current and voltages. There we are concerned with different things, communication or computer network, data flow. Okay, so but topology is not a field which is restricted to network analysis, but it is also found in it is also studied in computer networks or communication networks also. So first unit is a huge one, that's why we are taking a lot of time. Okay, after that it will take less time. So today we will finish it. So now we will talk about different concepts: node, branch, loop, mesh, graph. So in this network, if you can see, generally node is where two elements are joined. like this element and this element are meeting at a point, so this can be a node. This is also a node, 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 this one. Okay, this one also. But here we want to talk about essential nodes, fundamental nodes. These are also nodes. Okay, two or more branches, when they are joined, it is written here, you can see a node is a point in a circuit where two or more circuit elements join. Two or more, the number of branches incident to that node is the degree of its node. So basically two or more elements, if they are joined, then that becomes the node. And here in the circuit you can see all these A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I, J, all these are up to G, okay, are nodes. Now here comes the concept of essential nodes. Essential node is very, very important. Now the thing is, you can see some of the nodes are here which are not needed, like here, this one. This is just a connection between this one and this one. We will not take this as node. This is node, but this is not essential node. We are talking about essential node. So whenever we will go for our study, analysis and everything, we will not consider this as a node. Essential node is where three or more branches join. Junction, three or more branches. Junction is that thing only, three or more. Okay, like Jalandhar Cant is a junction. Fagwada to Jalandhar Cant to Jalandhar city, another way, and Jalandhar Cant to Pathankot road, that is Pathankot, that is different. So Fagwada also is a junction. Whereas there may be certain stations which are just node, which are just not junctions, only they are in between. Okay, I hope you are getting, like maybe Bias. When you come from Amritsar, there is a station Bias. After that, Jalandhar city comes. So now Bias is just like point A here. You come from Amritsar, you reach Bias and you go to Jalandhar city. Okay. So that is this type of node. But we are not interested in those nodes. We are interested in junctions. We are interested in essential nodes. These are very important. Essential nodes where three or more branches meet. So we will focus on those nodes where three or more branches meet. This is very, very important. Similarly, if you are not considering this as the node, then this whole is considered as a branch. Otherwise, there are two branches. Each element makes one branch. You can see here a single path containing one circuit element that connects one node to other and is represented by solid line. So one circuit element makes one branch. But again, whenever we are studying about graph theory, if two objects are connected, two elements are connected, then like here, then this complete will be taken as one branch. Moreover, you know, same current will be flowing here. So this complete will be taken as one branch. Okay. So this is also one branch. This is also one branch. This is one branch. This is one branch. This one branch, and this one is another branch. See carefully that this is not a branch. Okay, this one. This whole is a branch. This whole. is a branch. You can see it is written here. So all these V1, R1, all those are branches. One of the student has said that has asked to upload the PPT after class because many students cheat from PPT and copy the answer and then tell the answer. Is it so? It happens or not?
No, sir.
So how can sir their user laptops at the laptop? How can sir manage it?
Okay. Okay. So we are talking about branch. So moreover, I must tell you here one more thing, that this complete is one node. Don't consider it as 2 or 3 nodes, because here nothing is connected. So this point can be taken here. So B and H are same. So B is one node and these are not nodes. So this complete thing can be considered as one node. Similarly here also, this G can be considered as node. J and K are not going to be the nodes. G only. Okay. So this complete is one node, because here also nothing is connected. No elements are there. Other element hota, then this will be a node. But here no element is connected. See carefully. Okay, then comes loop. So loop you already know. Loop, mesh, and you already know. We have already covered loop and mesh. Okay. After that, there is a concept of graph. So what is graph? Graph is a graph corresponding to a given network is obtained by replacing all circuit elements with lines. So if you replace all circuit elements with lines, you will get a graph. Okay, you will remove all the elements. Okay. So a graph corresponding to given network is obtained by replacing all circuit elements with lines. Rank of graph is basically, if n nodes are there, then n minus 1 is the graph. Oh, sorry, rank of the graph. Okay. So here also we talk about essential nodes. Here they say that rank of graph. So here again we are talking about essential node. Moreover, it is n minus 1 because 1 will be reference node. Always one node is considered as reference node. That's why n minus 1. So n minus 1 will be the rank of the graph. Then comes oriented graph. So if directions are marked, then that will be called as oriented graph. If each of the line branch of the graph has reference direction as indicated by an arrow, okay, then that is called as oriented or directed graph. It is also called as directed graph or oriented graph. If arrows are there, I can show you. Okay, show you in the next slide. And after that, replace all resistors, inductors, and capacitors by line segment. Voltage source by short circuit, current source by open circuit. Assume directions of branch currents. You can assume any direction. So this is going to be the graph for the circuit. Now you can see here, this one is a node, this one is a node, this one, these are branches. So we get this one. Now this one is a graph, but it is not directed. Okay, it is not directed with arrow. Here arrows are there, so this one is the directed graph or oriented graph. Now not only these two, but not only this one, but there can be three other variations of the same graph. These are also the graph of the same circuit. These are also the graph of the same circuit. Just change in the shape or the structure. Three topologically equivalent graph of figure 2 or 1 actually. Okay. After that, we have path and subgraph. So path is a set of elements that may be traversed in order without passing through the same node twice. Okay. So you should not be passing the same node again. That is the path. Another important thing is subgraph. Subgraph, a portion of the original graph will be called as subgraph. So it should be containing branches and nodes less than those on a graph. So subgraph should always have less number of nodes and less number of branches. Then only it will be considered as the subgraph of that original graph. Okay. Then comes tree. So every graph can have trees, and a number of trees are possible. You just have to remove the branches such that no closed path is possible here. A connected subgraph having all the nodes of a graph, all nodes should be present without any loop, is called a tree, and branches of a tree are called twigs. So here, if I am able to remove, like see this branch and this branch, so I am not having any closed path here, but all the nodes are present and all the nodes are connected. All the nodes are connected and all the nodes are present. Some branches are missing. This has to be done. So I remove some branches such that there is no closed path. There is no closed path. Closed path is like this. Closed path should be like this. So there is no closed path and all the nodes should be present. Then that will be considered as a tree. Another tree for the same one. And the branches of tree are called as twigs. So here branches of the tree are 1, 4 and 5. So the twig is 1, 4, 5. So tree will be represented like this, 1, 4, 5. These numbers in brackets are the branch numbers or branch name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I remove 3 and 2, I get this tree, and the left one, that is 1, 4 and 5, they are called as twigs. The branches of a tree are called as twigs. This one again, we removed branch number 1 and branch number 6. So again, there are no closed path. All the nodes are present, or all are connected. So again, we have one more tree. Can you draw one more graph, one more tree for this one? You can draw on the screen itself. I think you are able to draw it on the screen. Can you? कोई बना सकता है यहाँ पे? इस ट्री के लिए, इस ग्राफ के लिए एक और ट्री बनाना है. श्रीकांत, जाग रहे हो, सो गए? दीप्ति,
Yes, sir.
बनाओ स्क्रीन में इसका ग्राफ एक और.
Okay, sir.
जो स्क्रीन आ रही है उसमें लेफ्ट में बॉटम में लिखने का भी ऑप्शन है, उस पर क्लिक करोगे तो दिखेगा, मुझे लगता है. हाँ देखो, बन रहा है ना? तुम नहीं बनाया ये?
Yes, sir.
तो बनाओ फिर.
Yes, sir.
ग्राफ बनाओ इसके लिए.
Sir, 3, 6, and 2.
अच्छा, तो रिमूव हमने क्या किया है? 1 को रिमूव किया है, 5 और 4 को रिमूव किया है.
This one is 3.
So yes, this can also be a tree for the same
1,
graph.
4, 5 को रिमूव किया है और 3, 6.
So properties of trees are there. There exists only one path between any pair of nodes in a tree. A tree contains all nodes of the graph. If n is the number of nodes of the graph, there are n minus 1 branches in the trees. N minus 1 branches in the trees. Trees do not contain any loops. Every connected graph has at least one tree. Number of possible trees of graph is equal to AAT. अभी A क्या है? चलो इसको छोड़ो, A नहीं पता तो इसको छोड़ो, ठीक है. आगे बढ़ो. कोट्री. कोट्री क्या होता है? कोट्री इज complement of tree. Like you have this one graph, this is the tree, this can be a tree for the graph. So I removed which branches? I removed B, I removed C, and I removed A. So those branches which have been removed will form a co-tree. Tree is this one. Co-tree will be set of all the branches which have been removed to make the tree. तो वो co-tree कहलाएगा. And the branches of a co-tree are called links. Branches of a co-tree are called links. It is written here, links or cords. Co-tree is a subgraph which is formed with the branches that are removed while forming a tree. Hence it is called as complement of tree. For every tree there will be corresponding co-tree and its branches are called as links or cords. Okay. And if L is number of link, B is number of branches, N is number of node, then this relation is followed. Number of links is equal to B minus N plus 1. So this relation is very, very important for trees. Okay. L equal to B minus N plus 1. So where L is the number of links, B is number of branches of the graph. Okay. N is number of nodes plus 1. So each link makes one loop, because each link will close the path. Like here you can see, if this is a tree, this is a tree which is already there. Now if I bring one link, like I bring link number B, so this closed path is complete. If I bring back this link, then this closed path is complete. If I bring back this link, then this closed path is complete. The point here is each link will lead to one loop. एक लिंक से एक लूप बनेगा. If you keep on replacing the links here, if links are there, okay, then they will form the loops. So a tree should not have any loop. Co-tree is the set of all branches which are removed from the tree, and all those branches are called as links of a co-tree, and each link will make one loop. शुरू में 28 लोग थे, 25 लोग बचे हैं, बहुत लोग गायब हो रहे हैं, ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. जो अभी होगा उसी की मैं अटेंडेंस लगाऊंगा, और जो बाद में आएगा उसकी जरूर लगाऊंगा. बहुत ज्यादा बीच में गायब हो जाते हो. स्नैपशॉट ले रहा हूं मैं, जो नहीं है वो नहीं है, और जो है वो है.
सर कुंडू फोन ऑन करके चला गया.
वही ना, बहुत लोग फोन ऑन करके चले जाते हैं. अरे वो चले, वो भी ठीक है, जो चले जाते हैं वो भी ठीक है, कुछ लोग तो आते ही नहीं है. घर बैठ कर भी उनको क्लास. अब अगली बार से मैं सेकंड मीटिंग जो होगी 40 मिनट के बाद वाली, उसी में ही अटेंडेंस लिया करूंगा. जो आएगा उसकी प्रेजेंट, नहीं तो एब्सेंट. तुम लोग जो है ना, so here you can see the number of trees.
सर सीए के बारे में बता देना सर, कब ये अलॉट होगा और कितने मार्क्स का होगा.
ठीक है, बता देंगे, कोई बात नहीं, बता देंगे. तुमको टाइम दिया जाएगा, पहले पढ़ो. So for this tree, this graph, all these are the trees, possible trees you can see here. So again here also you can see the twig and tree. Same thing. So now after these fundamentals, we will go for three matrices which are very, very important. One is incidence matrix, another one is tie set matrix, and the last one is cut set matrix. So this is the table. We'll go for the detail now. So here is the incidence matrix. So incidence matrix is the main matrix which will represent all the nodes and all the branches. Okay. Branch when connected to node is called as incidence. So this will actually tell which branch is connected to which node and in what direction. Okay. So incidence matrix is represented with the letter A and it is called as node to branch incidence matrix or node incidence matrix. So this basically gives us that which branch is connected to which node and in what direction. So incidence matrix is the main matrix for the graph, the overall matrix. It gives all the detail of the graph. If you know incidence matrix, you can always draw the graph. If you know incidence matrix, you can draw the graph. So now the procedure to get the incidence matrix is, you should know these three things. If the branch current is leaving the node, then the value of element will be +1. If it is entering towards the node, it will be taken as -1. And if it is not connected to the node, it will be taken as 0. Okay. So further, so it will be a matrix. Okay, it will be a matrix. Here I will write nodes. Node 1, node 2, node 3. So nodes will be forming the rows, okay, and columns by branches. Branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4. Here I will write the branches. So nodes and branches and the elements will be +1, -1 or 0 depending on the direction.